Hello everyone, Steve here, and in this video we are going to be reviewing and having a look at the unboxing of the new box set for Age of Sigmar Dominion. I've been lucky enough that GW sent me a copy to have a look at. I never thought I'd see Age of Sigmar content on the channel, if I'm totally honest, but I'm not going to lie, the new miniatures and the chatter that's on the internet about how the game's going to change has really got me interested. So we're going to get these painted up and we're actually going to have some Age of Sigmar content on the channel. If you guys like it, I'll keep doing it and see how that pans out. Before we take a look at the box, can I just say, if you guys haven't subscribed yet already, please do click the subscribe button and click the bell button, you'll be notified every time I release a video. It really does help the channel, and it will also show me the type of videos that you guys want to see by liking the videos. The more likes to get, the more of that content I'll do. So if you're into AOS or you want to see AOS on the channel and you want to see our style of battle reports taking on AOS as a game system, please do like and subscribe. I'm lucky enough and fortunate enough to where the studio is here in Stockport. We're next door to Element Games. There is a very big AOS community. So, you know, there could be, if the need is there, a chance to get some very experienced players in on the channel. Maybe playing in battle reports, maybe talking about the game, talking about different army builds, etc., as well as the possibility of events going forward. So let's see how we go. Do get behind it again, like I say, if you want to see it. And yeah, that's it from me. Let's go and have a look at what's in the box. Right guys, let's get stuck in. I have just took the cellophane off. Just have a look at the artwork on the front of the box. It is pretty awesome. It's got the imagery of the new Stormcast Eternals, which I really like. I wasn't a big fan of the old Stormcast Eternals, and I think that's maybe one of the reasons why I never really found AOS as an attractive game to get into. I just really didn't like that aesthetic. The new aesthetic is a lot more like streamlined, if you like, a little bit more realistic. Really like it. One figure on the front, and then you've got kind of the battles going on in the background with an overlay of the red. So it's really focusing on the Stormcast Eternals. I think this is going to be sort of the USP, the selling point for Games Workshop. They're really going to push these guys to get people interested and attracted to them. So I'm sure a lot of thought and planning has gone into the aesthetic of the new Stormcast Eternals for that reason. So let's have a look at the back before we crack it open. Get rid of that light reflection for you. There you go. Looks pretty awesome. This box contains Age of Sigmar core book, a 24-page start here book, which is going to do me great service because I've never played Age of Sigmar before. 14 War Scroll cards and 2 Allegiance Abilities cards. 60 Citadel miniatures. Obviously the Stormcast Eternals and the Cruel Boys. They look awesome. The paint jobs, obviously the heavy metal Games Workshop paint jobs, is amazing. But the models, look at the models, they're fantastic. It's the one thing, and I know I've said it in many videos before, it's the one thing that Games Workshop are just head and shoulders above everybody else when it comes to making, creating, designing models that are just going to knock your socks off. So let's get stuck in. So as has become kind of the norm, again, get rid of that glare for you. Artwork, nice piece. It's more of a protective piece, but they've put artwork on there, which makes it really nice. We have the sort of the new design Aurochs. They look awesome. And again, if you can see the armor on the new Stormcasts, it's just a lot more realistic. I don't know about anyone else. I'm getting a very sort of Spartan themed 300-esque vibe from that image. It's a beautiful image, beautiful artwork, looks great. But yeah, so you get that, you can put that in a frame, you can do what you want with it. It looks awesome. And it's also double-sided with the Warhammer Age of Sigmar logo. And then we are met with a multitude of sprues, which is what you'd expect. There's a lot in here. Some of the Aurochs there on those sprues. What I will do, we'll take a closer look in a moment at the sprues. And then again, more of the artwork, which is a protector for the other side of the sprue, so it doesn't damage any of your card stock. Now onto the gaming material, which will be obviously the rules, instructions, war scrolls, bases, etc. So now we have our war scroll cards. There's going to be a sort of how to assemble booklet in there, and the booklet that will come with the game, which is going to be this sort of start here which will give you some of like starter scenarios, so to speak. I'll be playing through those just to get a feel for how the rules work. And then core rulebook itself, lovely, lovely art, great artwork. And I really like this vibe of, you know, having the spine with the title of the book and the logos, etc. on it, but the actual cover is just in itself a piece of artwork. That is beautiful, beautiful. Nothing sort of getting in the way. And it's a heavy duty book, heavy duty book. And then obviously more artwork on these fold out pieces for your obligatory bases. And that is everything that's in the box. Let's have a closer look at some of these components. So your rulebook. Now I'm not going to do any spoilers here. I'm going to, because this is a new rulebook, there are going to be some changes. I'm not going to go page by page so that people can get a sneak peek. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to let you guys kind of learn for yourself, but we'll do a quick overview. So we open up again, we're getting that same artwork, more in sort of like a black and white theme. Very, very nice. The artwork is the one thing that Age of Sigmar has always been something that I've really liked to look at. It's an amazing, amazing setting, and just the artwork itself, just before we're getting into the book, and it's already getting you in that vibe, that mindset, so to speak. So we've got the contents, which tells you everything that you need to know. The Realms of War, which gives you a bit of background on Age of Sigmar, what Age of Sigmar is about, the setting that you're going to be playing your games in. It talks about collecting Citadel miniatures, building and painting your miniatures, playing the game, and then it explains open play, narrative play, and matched play. So whether you want to play on a more narrative, story-based background, or you're more interested in competitive match play, sort of gives you an overview of how all that will work. You've got the War and Ending, and what this does, this gives you a rundown and a brief overview of the different kind of factions that you can play within Age of Sigmar. So obviously you've got your Age of Myth, the Gift of Civilization, Dark God Unchanged, Age of Chaos, the Doom Insidious. If you've played Age of Sigmar or you're familiar with Games Workshop or, you know, Warhammer Fantasy Battle, 40k, all these will ring a bell, and you'll have a mental visual interpretation of what they are. You'll already have an idea. If not, this is a great way just to get a little bit of background on each faction. And then we're going to talk about the rules. These are going to be the most important thing, why you have this book. If you're a seasoned player, everything else is kind of chaff, if you like. It's the rules that you want. So you get an introduction, the player's code, which is basically just telling you not to be a douche. And then the core rules. To talk about the core concepts, the battlefield, how you deploy, battle rounds, how they work, turn sequence, command points, hero phase, etc., etc. And then you get a more in-depth look at the rules for open play, narrative play, match play. And then rules for Conquest Unbound, which basically just means there's no parameters, but there is as such, but it just helps you play with what you've got, etc. And you've got the rules for Siege Warfare, and then the different scenarios, etc., etc. And that is the contents. And then we go into the book itself. You're going to get loads more artwork, which is really, really nice. You're going to get a lot of pages which talk about collecting, painting, which, you know, you'll look at these beautifully painted models, and they will inspire you to spend more money on armies and do what that is supposed to do. But yeah, it's a great hobby to be in. And the book itself is beautiful. There's a lot in here. There's a lot in here that, again, if you're already a war gamer, you're not going to use. It's going to be more the core rules that you want to be looking at, etc. And you can see a lot of the studio collections there, different armies and things like that. Lumineth Lords here by Jess Bickham. Beautiful army. But there's tons in there, all your scenarios, all your deployment zones, etc., etc. It is a great book. Obviously going to be purchasable on its own, but that is the core book. Then we have our war scrolls for the different units in the game. Again, you've got everything here that you need to play with what you get in the box, which are fantastic. Very important in the game. You need to keep hold of these. And then here we have the start here, War at Amberstone Watch. And what this will do, this will give you a bit of background into the theme of the box, the reason why they've given you the forces that they've given you. It'll have background for all the different factions themselves, Stormcast Eternals, and then independent for the heroes. You'll just get sort of chaff and background about who they are, what they do, and why they are costed the way that they're costed. Very, very cool. Very, very nice book. I thought there might have been some starter scenarios, but there aren't. But I suppose there's some already in the core book that can get you going. And let's have a look at some of the sprues. Absolutely stunning. The detail, second to none. It's as you have come to expect really from Games Workshop sprues. I'm not going to go through every sprue and bore the living hell out of you. I'm just going to give you a quick view. Just even sort of the base themselves, the scenery base that they're sitting on. So much detail. And Age of Sigmar models are kind of new to me. I've not had much interaction with them at all. I've admired them from afar, in the pictures in White Dwarf, etc. But having them in hand, it's the detail on like the shafts of the axe, the actual sculpted detail of the writing. So none of that freehand malarkey. You can make them look awesome with I don't want to use the word ease, but you know what I mean. And then these are doubled up sprues, so these are going to be your kind of your core units. Beautiful detail, absolutely stunning. The Aurochs. I love the fact that each of the shields are different as well. That's really cool, really nice touch. And also on the Stormcast Eternals, I did notice you can have helmeted heads or unhelmeted heads. These are super cool. Super cool. You'll have to excuse me sniffling, by the way. Hay fever has hit me hard this year. Yeah, I love these. I mean, look at this. Look at the detail. Super, super detail. Beautiful models. There's no denying. And then this guy. Cannot wait to see this guy painted up. Now, what I'm going to do is get these sprues sent off to be painted off by one of the friends of the channel. Hopefully he'll have them painted and we can get some bat reps and some filming done with the models, which will be great. And you can see me kind of stumble my way through another rule set that I don't know 100%. But yeah, I look forward to that. I'll get back in front of the camera now and then, yeah, I'll see you there. So there we have it, people. Age of Sigmar Dominion, the new box set from Games Workshop. I have to say, it does look pretty good. I'm going to have a read through the rules. We're going to get the models built and painted. And then we're going to get some battle reports. I'm going to go off what's in the box to begin with, see what the uptake of that is. And if it gets a good response, then I will continue to put Age of Sigmar on this channel. So guys, thank you very much for watching. Please do, again, get involved in the community over on Facebook. If you search Top Table Gaming Community, you'll find us there. We've got a group that is chock-a-block full of hobbyists, gamers, painters, you name it. And it's a very chilled out place to be. For me, it's probably one of the best groups, if not the best group on Facebook. Yes, I am biased. Go and check it out for yourself and see what you think. Okay, guys, take care. Have lots of fun now that you're able to game in gaming halls and local gaming stores, etc. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Look forward to more Age of Sigmar content coming soon.